Hey guys, so I figured out how to install Tensorflow with Anaconda and everything so that it works without the errors on Windows. I'm running Windows 11, 64-bit. If you're running something different, it might or might not work for you, but yeah, so let's get into it. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Anaconda prompt. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new environment. So we're going to do conda create, and you got to do a -n for a new thing. And I'm going to call this one, let's just call this TF env TensorFlow environment. And then I've got to set Python equal to 3.11 because that's what's supported, and we also want like SymPy, we want matplotlib. What else do we want? Probably want SciPy, NumPy. Yeah, if we need other stuff, we can install them later. So that'll take a second, and you gotta give it a yes. Okay, so I cut forward to where it's done with that. So we're gonna go into that environment. You have to do conda activate, and then put in the name of it. So env. Okay, cool. And we can do a quick conda list to see what's in there, and you can see we've got Python over here, 3.11.9, and then we also have, you know, the other stuff that we put in there, like let's see, we should have matplotlib in there. Yeah, we've got that. We've got NumPy. We got, you know, SymPy is in there, SciPy is in there. Good. Other things that we use in class are like we use cvxpy, so we got to do conda install, and then the command that Professor Picone put was -c, and then you got to put conda-forge and cvxpy, and that'll take a bit too. I'll cut forward to where it's done. Okay, so I just finished installing cvxpy, and then what you gotta do is just do python -m pip install tensorflow-cpu. That's it. And then you just gotta let it run. And this is a pip install, so it looks a little different than the conda installer, and it might take a little bit, and you just gotta wait. And I'm doing TensorFlow CPU just because the setup with GPU and whatnot can be slightly more complicated. Also, I don't have an NVIDIA GPU anyway, so I'd have to do really complicated things to get it to work on my one. So yeah, TensorFlow CPU though, doesn't matter whether you have a GPU or not, it'll work. So there you go, that worked. And while we're here, we'll also do pip install python-mnist, because we might need that in class. Yeah, that was pretty fast. Okay, so now that that stuff's done, I should be able to pull up VS Code, and let me just make like a new file. So open file, or no, we'll just do new file, and then make a new Python file. And then you can also set what your environment is. How do you do that again? let's see. Darn it, I forgot how to do that. You like click over here. There you go. So down here you can see which version of Python you're running. And then once you click on that, it pops up here for you to basically choose, and you gotta choose enter, interpret the path, and then find, and then you can go into wherever you've got your Anaconda installation, and go into env's environments, and then you'll see these folders, and these are the names of the environments you have. I'm gonna go into tf-env because that's the one we just made, then select the Python application from inside that that place. Once you select that, now we're running that. You can see Python 3.11.9. Now if I do so the recommended way, if I go to if you go to the website for Keras, where did I put that at? There we go. So if you go to the Keras website, one of the things that they generally do whenever they run their samples is they define which backend environment they're doing. All this really means is because we're using TensorFlow, but there's other backends that other frameworks that Keras comes with. This is just to kind of take precaution and tell the computer you are using this backend. I only have TensorFlow, so it doesn't make sense for it to use anything else. So I'll leave that off, but if I just do import Keras, and then if I run that real quick, oh, it wants me to save it, so I'll just save this as test Keras dot, yeah, it'll be a Python file, there you go, and it runs it down here, and there you go, no errors or anything. And then if I try to do things like for example, in the example they've got, you know, you can, like, we can just kind of try doing something. We can make like on that same page that Keras has got, they show you how to pull in the MNIST dataset. So what they do is they do X train, Y train, and then they do X test, Y test, and then that's equal to Keras dot datasets dot MNIST dot load data. You just do that, and then that you should be able to run that. And once again, it runs. So there weren't